What's up, Totsi? How are you?
Hello, hello. Well, it's okay. It was like busy month, but it's close. We have like few days to rest. It's some holiday time, so we have big plans for May. So we will see. We will see. More or less, it's good.
More or less. That's the right word. Yeah. Okay. So let's start with explaining what the hell are we doing here. So basically, this is the Funky Marketing Show, part of the Funky Marketing podcast. When um, Ivan or Totsi, how we like to call him here in Funky Marketing, and how everybody that knows him are calling him, are talking about different stuff that we are seeing, noticing, things on which we are working on, and basically we are doing it while live streaming on LinkedIn and so on some other platforms. And you are here to to join us to help us with asking some questions to maybe narrow us down into some direction. But um, we are mostly talking about B2B marketing overall. So Totsi, let's start with just kind of looking at the week behind us. Actually, it's Wednesday, but it doesn't matter. So the week behind. What are some things that you are seeing over there on LinkedIn, on Twitter, overall on the internet?
Well, that's a nice question because, as you know, we surf through so many things during the regular working week. So there are like always few interesting things. There are like some patterns we notice, and I don't know for for this week I will share with the audience one, at least for my opinion, one interesting thing. It's about as we all know, we are slowly but surely entering in new marketing era. It's like revenue marketing era. We are slowly going out from truly and fully demand generation era, and I don't know. Some things are start pointing more and more. For example, it's position of chief revenue officer, and it's like really interesting to see. Uh, like there are some patterns, and I did well. It was interesting for me. I'm a little bit nerd, so I start looking for that position in LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and interesting thing is most of these guys are men, which is like first interesting thing to notice. I think maybe 95% are men, and usually, I mean, like really usually, they have a strong background in sales, but in sales only. And I don't know if we are talking in future marketing, sales, customer success alignment, it should be logical that we have like some guys with marketing background or some guys with customer success background, even some out of this world, who is able to align all these functions in one. But somehow we still
Yeah.
seeing usually men from sales, and I don't know, from my point of view it's interesting because if we are talking about alignment, we should align all these functions in one, and we are all responsible and it should be accountable for new revenue, not only guys from sales. And I don't know, from my personal point of view, I'm pretty sure, at least from my background, because I have like some C-level experience, and I had to do sales on my own. So I think I understand sales pretty well, but I'm not sure how guy with only sales background can understand new tendencies is marketing. And I'm really interested to see what's going on, because I don't know, I'm a little bit afraid that this is like the same principle, but I will just put a new position. So I'm like old school digital marketer, and somehow I'm now a revenue marketer. Come on. I don't know. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I mean, the whole this revenue thing. It's interesting because a lot of companies are only doing that on paper, just because like revenue is now the thing. They are just changing the names of the positions. It's interesting that the thing that you notice that it's only men. When I think about, like, I don't know
Mm.
any female that is chief revenue officer.
And we know
Uh,
many amazing female marketeers.
yeah. I mean, there are many of them who are like VP of
Yeah.
sales, VP of marketing, or CMO, but not like chief revenue officer. And I mean, I'm seeing this in most companies the same as they have done with, um, sales representatives becoming biz dev representatives.
Yes. Yes.
That happened as well, and it's not the same. Somebody who is developing a business, it's not somebody who is just selling. So those are two different things. And also with chief revenue officer, yeah, I mean, I agree with you that it should be somebody from with marketing background, or somebody with customer success background. But like, the way I see it, those things, like customer success is still a new thing. And
Mhm.
it's not in any industry. Like in SaaS, maybe yes. In other industries, tech related, software based, when they're more like, let's call them customers, which you need to relate to and have a relationship on a daily level. So yeah, and what is customer success actually doing? It making sure that those other teams like sales and marketing are focused on the customers. So, and basically, if you're focused on the customers, then you try to get the customers in the best possible position, to solve their problems, to help them get to the next level, those kind of things. And if you're looking from sales perspective, and sales is here to sell. That's it. Like the name tells you all. Market is here to get the traction from the market, to educate the market, and educate potential customers. So when sales have contact with them, so they can sell to the customers that are already educated.
And it's way easier.
And like, it's all in the names. That's at least how I'm seeing it. And even if customer success, I mean, the most natural thing is the customer success is the one who is
That's true.
actually leading everything. In most cases, as I'm seeing it, it's if it's not sales, the second one is marketing doing it, and that can work as well. It all depends. I already mentioned that not many companies have customer success part of the team and those kind of things. So marketing can be the one over there. But if somebody from sales is running the revenue teams, basically they will run it only with sales in mind, and I don't think that they will run it with the revenue in mind, but
That's
with
true.
sales in mind. And what does it mean? It means short-term results, in my opinion. And I mean, it's not what the position requires. It requires a long-term thinking, positioning things around customers, so in a
It's
long
different
term.
mindset. It's different mindset.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts around it.
And what do you think? Does it depends from the side of the company because it will be a little different maybe for I don't know 50 to 100 employees or some bigger enterprise structure. So, but again, I think the basic thing what is missing is as you as you said mindset. The mindset is different because some of the companies are still somehow sales centric, feature centric, product centric, and they should become customer centric, and they're trying to do without proper preparation, without fixing their internal structure, without without the right mindset. And that's the reason they just change their titles, positions without proper things from the inside, and they will focus definitely on short-term results, no matter
Yeah,
how big is company. Because I don't know, we have like experience with the companies we are working together, and we can notice few things, and usually it's easier if they're like some mid-sized companies.
yeah, it's easier to make any kind of changes in the smaller companies, of course. And I mean, it's interesting because I think even the C-level positions are not for the smaller companies because they don't have the structure to do it. But let's say my position is chief vision officer. Why? Because if you know me, then you know that I'm all about the vision and I'm aligning all my decisions based on a vision that we have. Our vision is to change the industry, so all my decisions are made on that. I'm actually, at least I'm trying to align them on that.
That's important.
And I don't think I am the right chief vision officer, but I want to make a point and I want to make a change, and that's why the chief vision officer is there, but also is the founder. In my title is the founder as well because I consider myself a founder. You know, so that's kind of how I'm seeing it, and I will remain founder until the company exists, right? Because I founded it, and it's something that's not changing.
That's
Uh,
true. That's true.
so um, so yeah, and I want to start discussion around the topic. That's why I have done it, and I sparked some discussions. Basically, the goal done, and discussions are going on still. So I mean, interesting times we are living in. We are changing the roles, changing the name of the roles, but what's the most important thing is companies are rarely changing the system, but they are just go with changing the roles. That's how we're going to name it. We are now focused on the revenue. That's it. But you still have the old system inside the company, system that is focused on the wrong things. Focus on what you can get out of the customers, not how you can help them. And those are most important things. And I think there are not many people over there that get it. When I talk with people, a lot of them would say, "Oh, I know, I get it, I know it." They have no idea, to be honest. A lot of people have no idea what those things actually mean. What does the system inside the company means? Uh, I didn't know it as well, but working with how many companies have we been working with in last year? Like around 50. Uh, we learned those things. We got inside the companies, we got inside the systems, and we are working on changing them. And you see some things that you consider as basics are actually wrong inside the companies. And and it is clear that a lot of companies that have grown significantly um, have grown that much based on something completely different, like outside factors or relationship with someone, or they nailed the product or something like that. A lot of them don't even have the system,
Yeah.
and that is what's wrong in everything. Because if you have a system, then you can pivot around your products, around different products, around services. When the crisis comes, you can pivot because you know what you're doing. You have the system within it. And this morning I wrote a post on LinkedIn about how we can differentiate ourselves, and I told them to get the basic right. That was actually it's a potential client that asked me that, and this is my response. Why? Because if we nail down the basics, it means that we have a system that's working, and we have a system that's working. Then we can experiment, and then we can get nerdy around things, and then we can get more specific. Then we can improvise because we
Can
have the
go more
system.
advanced.
we have the system, and system will tell us if that's good or wrong. If we don't have the system, if we don't have the basic rights, even if we nail down some things, we might not, you know, see that in the revenue because the
We
system
cannot repeat.
will work.
We cannot repeat it. We are not sure. We are just guessing.
That as well, yeah. So that's kind of my stand on those things. But interesting times. Also, CRO. I grew up thinking about CRO as you know, conversion rate optimization.
That's true.
So, and my first thoughts about that is chief, you know, is conversion rate optimization, optimizing the website to convert,
Doing A/B
optimizing the
split
page.
tests, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And the first thing that comes to my mind is our friend Pep Laya, right? CRO. He built an agency around it, and now he's
That's true.
building
That's true.
different things. But you know, and now CRO is okay. Suddenly, I'm the chief revenue officer, and I mean, those kind of things will happen. It's the changing ecosystem, and we need to learn how to live with changes. But I think that makes our role as I don't consider us the agency. I consider us as the company that is more in the consulting field and actually implementing other people's strategy. I think maybe it's important to say that we have never implemented somebody else's strategies. Ever since the Funky Marketing was founded, we are the ones who are coming up with a marketing strategy and implementing it as well. Or the company, we are running the implementation inside the company.
And
So
we are doing the same for us. Actually, we are we are trying to practice what we preach. So
yeah, and having all those things in mind, we are actually trying to help companies build those systems to be resistant to all the changes that are happening around us. So to actually save them from themselves. That's how I would call it.
that's true. That's true. Because in these times and COVID last year showed us if you want to survive, you need to be resilient. And if you want to be resilient, you need a system and you need a healthy system based on vision, long-term goals. Healthy system. Because if you are focused on short-term goals and I don't know, for example, one possible channel to realize like everything, hey, what will happen if this channel is shut down? You're out of the business like instantly. So what
Yeah.
you can, I don't know, suggest to for example, mid-size B2B SaaS companies, where to start? Because from from our experience, many of them have like some basic willingness to start, but they're not sure how and where to start. What you can suggest them?
That's a so general question. I'm thinking where to start, you know, because there are inside that definition of the companies, there are a lot of different companies.
No,
So that's the one thing. But I mean, I'm always saying trying if you have already done some things. Let's say it's a company that's investing in advertising, that's investing in content, doing some other stuff. It's not a company that is just starting, you know, because then it's easy. Then there's a scenario in which they should go. But if they have done things, it's first analyzing what has happened before. You know what has happened and why are they actually talking with me? You know,
I
because
understand.
they are talking with me with us if they have a problem or they are hiring someone. You know, if they have a problem. That's how those things go. And in that way, what's interesting is that instead of just proposing something or getting into doing something right away, we need to stop and actually see what's going on. Like, are we getting inbound leads? Okay, we are. How many of them are? Okay, why those leads are different than the others? Why they are converting? Um, when we figure out those things, okay, now let's go further. What? How are those leads coming to us? What's one thing that's been bringing us leads? Okay, let's see how it's going on, and then we go further. We analyze the process. What's going on with the leads when they enter our process? If they, I don't know, apply for a demo or they get trials, whatever it is. Like, what's going on after they click that? Who is taking the responsibility? Is the sales or is the marketing? How they are, who's responding to which things? Who is doing which part of the funnel? A lot of things needs to happen over there, and we need to
It,
analyze
it,
a
it
lot of
sounds
stuff.
complicated, and I don't know. Many businesses will just try to do something else instead. They are focused on short-term results, and they will try just to put more leads into the funnel.
Yeah, and if you go and just ask, okay, somebody's coming to the website. Okay, what's happening then? They should do this and this. Okay, that's the next step. Okay, what's the conversion? The most desirable one is get a demo or it's get a trial. They do that. Okay, what's going on after that? What's the next step? Then what's the step after this one? What's going on after this? How do we get them from to the next desirable goal? What we want them to do?
They
Uh,
actually needs to map like all full customer journey, and somehow they're missing that because it's not that easy. It's hard.
yeah, a lot of companies are missing those part, and actually they're trying to measure some different things,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which are actually hard and not useful. So they are trying to measure, okay, how many followers we have on a page, or how,
Vanity metrics, completely.
yeah, or how much traffic do we have on a website, not which traffic do we have. And because they are so stuck in the attribution, and especially a lot of SaaS companies are stuck in just getting acquiring new customers, but they forget about. I mean, not only B2B SaaS companies. I always remember regarding that the you know internet cable operators and everybody. If you want to get a better deal, it's not how much time you're spending with them, but you need to break the contract and become the new customer again to get the better deal. Just
Insane,
a,
completely insane.
yeah, and it's happening a lot because somehow we like to focus on getting new people, but we forget about those that are already there and they can get us to the next point. It's what our friend Juliana from Romania is always saying, and it's lifetime value, because it's not necessarily easy to get more of the existing customer, but it's much cheaper, definitely.
Definitely. And I don't know. I would even go one step before analyzing and everything because mm, when I'm on some B2B website and if I'm analyzing their social profiles, uh, just from the copy on their website, I can see many different things. And if I notice that they're like a little bit sales centric, egocentric, feature product centric, I can actually go with some conclusions way before I get inside to the metrics inside of the company, because if they are go like full customer centric, they will have like different copy on the website will be customer centric at first. Content on their social media profiles will be completely different. And I don't know, from few like few like basic things from the phase zero, I can be pretty much sure what I will find inside when we start digging a little bit, because all you said is it's a process and it's a little bit complicated, especially when you have the right system, especially when you are focusing on short terms goals only, and when you are just want some new leads for the business, for the same funnel, from the same structure, everything. So probably that change should come first inside. And now we're back to the vision. Without the right and proper vision, we are doomed to do same things and expecting different results, which is like shortcut to nowhere.
Yeah, we can end this right now. Yeah, that was a nice combo, as Yag would say, and as part of his ABM marketing podcast. Um, yeah, I mean, we have a lot more things to discuss regarding these topics, and I think we will, in week by week. We'll try to to unlock some of the things that we are seeing, some of the things that we consider as wrong, and some of the things that we consider as right, not only regarding to the revenue, but also with some other things. I think 1 week we should focus on social media, personal brand, those kind of things. I think that's a good topic to discuss. Having in mind everything that's being said on the internet, and all kind of people are talking about personal brand. All kind of people are trying to build a personal brand. So we'll see what's going on. But guys, if you have any questions for us, feel free to drop them down in the comments now, or whenever you are seeing this. Possibly you may be listening on the podcast, so feel free to reach out to us on social media and drop us a message. Yeah, Totsi, what can we say for the end?
Well, I don't know. I will just send a message to people to stop pretending they're like someone else and to stop try just to sell on the first go. Be patient, people. Play the long game, and of course, stay funky.
Yeah, and I'll just add one thing that I think I didn't say that much that often. And when we started funky marketing, like my good friend Darian, if he's watching or listening, cheers. We'll grab a beer soon. But he wanted something else out of it. He wanted something that will give results fast. I wanted to play the long game, and I knew what I had in mind. I mean, from his perspective, it's totally okay. He has a family. I didn't have a family, so and I wanted to build something long term, something that I'm not trying to sell sometimes, but something that I'm building for me, and it's my tool to change the industry. That's how I'm seeing at it. And by doing that, I had to to further specify our ICP, to reject a lot of potential clients proposals and everything, just to get where we are now. And we are still doing that. We are still narrowing down things and still going to the specific path. So if you want to actually build something that will last, you need to focus on the long game.
And to think about the legacy, because at the end, this is like the only thing that will stay. So think about the legacy,
Yeah, this episode will be called
motivational.
Monkey Marketing Show, aka The Legacy. The boys are back. Okay, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Um, have fun during the upcoming holidays. I know it's in the whole world, like 1st of May, it's celebrated everywhere. Some of you are using it to take a rest. Some of you are actually, yeah, I think not many people nowadays are actually celebrating what 1st May is for, but it doesn't matter. I'll use it to take some rest. Tosi, I hope you do
Problem.
it too.
I need it. I need it.
Yeah, guys, cheers and talk to you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye bye.